There's not a lot of reference material or archive footage, I imagine, for this player. I didn't even know about his story until this film came about. So how did you kind of develop the voice that you chose, the physicality of Nat Clifton? How did that all come to be on your end?
Lawrence, you're the first person to ever asked me that question, actually. But to be honest, there's not a lot of point of reference like you mentioned, but there is one clip of him as an older man, and I kind of watched that. I took some snippets from some dialogue, and then people talk differently when they get older and they have dental work done. So I just took that into consideration creatively and went to a different space and just felt what felt natural, what came to me after just absorbing that world a little bit. And I was able to find a voice, I was able to find the breath. And through the physicality, I took maybe like a 4-second clip of him on the court, saw how he walked, saw how he sat in the chair, and just sewn that specific moment, used that as a root to kind of build the tree a little bit.
He's fabulous. I can't say enough great things about Everett. We all fell in love with Everett. And he's a very easy man to fall in love with. He's extraordinary talent. Yeah, we got to see his audition tape. There were a bunch of actors who obviously wanted this role. And Everett came to the table with not just the heart of the man and with his enormous talent that he has, but he's an extraordinary basketball player. So to have that combination of a young man who not only has the acting chops, but could play semi-pro if he felt like it was like we were like, when we all watched the tape, we're like, well, this is the guy, I mean, we're so lucky to get him.
There were recordings of Sweetwater's voice, so Everett Osborne who played him could emulate that. There was definitely that. But I like being able to take your own impressions and kind of doing an homage to it, but trying to also make it your own.
Lawrence, you bring up a very good subject. None of us knew about Sweetwater in the cast until Martine sent us the script, and we all know about Jackie Robinson, right? And baseball crossing that color barrier. But here's Nat Sweetwater Clifton, who changed basketball forever. I had the privilege of interviewing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar before I started the movie, and he asked me what I was working on. I told him. He said, well, Cary, that's the most important pitch you'll ever do. And I said, why is that, Kareem? And he said, well, I wouldn't exist without Sweetwater, and neither would Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan or Kobe or LeBron, any of us. We all stand on this man's shoulders. And it struck me that here are these giants, yeah, in the sports world, in the basketball world, who revered this man. And yet he's fairly relatively unknown outside of that world. And so we owe it to him, to honor him, to celebrate him.
But there was a moment between Joe and his wife in the film where he's talking about the wall, hitting a wall and not being able to overcome it. And she says something to the effect of, well, climb the wall with him. And I'm wondering, in your own life, if you've ever hit a wall, who is the person that helped you climb over it and overcome your own
Ooh,
issues?
great. That's a great question, man. Great question. I have 1,000% hit that wall. I have hit it incredibly hard. And I mean, my mother's always been in my corner, and she, in many different ways, she's a brilliant director, teacher, acting coach. I run lines with her. Everything I said is already gold. I said in my mom's face. She's always testing me on my lines. She's a total pro. So she's always been in my corner. But sometimes, to go the opposite direction, when there's no one there for you and you climb the wall by yourself, what a gift that is. Because once you've been there and you know that you have done it yourself and you've gone through it and you made it through, there's something incredibly empowering about that will make you very, very strong and is a gift for the rest of your life. I didn't mean to get so deep today.
And let's honor the people next to us and honor ourselves, honor your visions, honor your dreams, because you never know. Sweetwater didn't know we'd be making a movie about him being the first, right? He's a legend, right? He started this whole thing that we love. So you never know what your life journey is going to be. You just have to keep believing. And if you feel like a little voice that tells you that you have something special, you probably do, because we all do.